W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of The Army That Never Was, D-Day and the Great Deception by Taylor Downing, narrated by Peter Noble. Prologue. Britain was in the middle of a long, hot spell. At the end of May 1944, high pressure had descended on southern England and the Channel. For day after day, the weather was warm, dry, and without strong winds. The hottest day of the year so far came on the 28th of May, reaching what in those days was recorded as 88 degrees Fahrenheit, 31 degrees Celsius. Ideal weather in which to launch an invasion. But the Allied armies were still gathering. Equipment was still being prepared and men being trained. The deceivers were still spinning their webs of deception. They were not yet ready for D-Day. On the 29th of May, 1944, General George S. Patton, Jr. gave a speech in the southeast of England to a group of men from his army, the 1st U.S. Army Group. A platform had been erected at the base of a slight hill. Men arrived and surrounded the platform, and then, as more came along, they spilled up the hillside, creating a natural amphitheater. Before his arrival, the scene was alive with anticipation. Silence fell as his black Mercedes finally appeared with flags flying, and he emerged, surrounded by an escort of military police. A band played stirring marches as he strode onto the podium. All the soldiers present jumped to attention. At the center, General Patton stood there tall and with a rod-like straight back, resplendent in a smartly tailored uniform, the epitome of a great commander. He was a 3-star general who proudly displayed his trio of stars on his helmet, his shirt collar, and his shoulder pads. The bevy of medals glittering on his chest included the Distinguished Service Cross, awarded for extraordinary heroism in the First World War. He wore knee-high leather cavalry boots, complete with spurs, so heavily polished that they positively shone in the bright sun. He stood in immaculately creased riding breeches, held up by a hand-tooled leather belt, sporting a gleaming brass buckle. He also carried a holster which boasted a white pearl-handled revolver, visible to all. He stood there facing his men, formal and totally formidable.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?